factor. The next venue that you have is, of course, the PBRs. Tracy did. You got one-on-ones, two-on-ones. These are strong. If you've got anybody that's a four-checker or A player, make sure that you're using your upline. Okay? Because here's the thing. These people can come in, and they can move the numbers quickly. All right? You definitely don't want to be a Lone Ranger on these type of people. Because what ends up happening is somebody will come into the business, and they may be, let's say they're like a scale of 1 to 5. Let's say they come in and there may be a 3. And what they tend to do is they try to recruit down, where we're comfortable. We try to recruit 2s and 1s possibly. But see, what you can do in this business is if you lean on a Michael Southwood, or Mindy Anderson, you can go get 4s and 5s. You can go get superstars that can come in this business and have big circle of influences and move quickly. Okay? And so use those 2-on-1s. Conference calls. We've got great conference calls. Plug into those. We've got executive luncheons, dinners, and tastings. They're moving quickly through the country. Get with your leadership. They'll tell you where they're at. I mean, there's supposed to be some big events in Grand Rapids. Of course, Chicago's rocking. Kansas City. I mean, everywhere. We're launching on the West Coast, East Coast now. And so just pay attention. Get plugged into those. Webinars. These are great because people can see the business at home. Okay? And they're live. And they're getting them down. And so every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday we have those. And then, in the spring we'll have a DVD. So these are your menu of venues. Okay? When you're getting ready to make calls, you want to make sure that you know what to plug them into. Okay? You want to know what kind of venue you have to get them exposed into the business. Okay? So your job in the very beginning for all of you is to edify and invite only. Really, that's what it is. Okay? Edify and invite only. All right? And figure out what works best for you and what works best for that person. Product approach or business approach. If someone has a lot of ailments, you know that they've got rheumatoid arthritis and you've got a great rheumatoid arthritis story or fibromyalgia or Parkinson's, whatever it may be, you might lead with the product. But if someone's working 3 jobs, if they're a hard charger and they need some money, you might lead with the business. Okay? And you'll get better at it. Okay? It's okay if you mess up a few of these. It's okay. I mean, that's how you learn. But figure out which is the product or a business approach. Don't explain or answer questions. Okay? Remember what we said. Don't tell them anything until you can tell them everything. All right? Because that's presenting. Your job is to edify and invite them to look at the business. So here's the thing. Tracy did a good job on this. And that when you're picking up the phone and you've got a huge list of people you're calling, 25 names, 50, 100, 200, 300, 500 names, some of us, okay? What you want to do, though, is you want to clear their calendar first. Okay? Because if you're getting ready to invite them to that Thursday PBR that Net's doing, and they're tied up, stop. Say, hey, Joe, listen, I'll call you back. I got something big I'm working on. Let me call you back. I got some other people ready to call. Boom, you're off the phone. Because you're going through your list. All right? We're looking for yeses. We're not looking for all tries or maybes because they never show up. That's just a polite way of saying I'm not going to be there. We're looking for yes, I'm going to be there. Okay? And so you want to clear their calendar, and then you want to have a sense of urgency. Hey, Michael, listen, I only got a quick minute. But, man, listen, I got something important I need to talk to you about. Okay? And so you want to create a sense of urgency when you call. And you need to be excited. Could you tell that Tracy's excited about this business? Huh? Well, she's absolutely on fire. I'm warm up here because of her. And so you got to get excited when you're on the phone. See, something's got to be a little different about you when you're calling. See, Chris calls people, and he's making calls and dials, and he's like, hey, Sam, listen, man, I got something important that I want to show you, and, I hope you can come. No, it doesn't work. They need to know you're excited. When Kit called us and said, listen, guys, I think I got it. We're going to Salt Lake City. I mean, I could tell something was going on. He said, I think I got it. I don't know. We got to go. I mean, I could tell something was going on. You sure? Yeah, this is it. Maybe. But I need your help. And so that's the thing. He was excited when he called us. And then you want to take it away. This is probably one of the biggest things. Okay, I'm going to give you some scripts that you can kind of play with and get familiar with. But these are 4 things. Build your business off principles and philosophies. When I call, these are the 4 things I always tie in. I make sure they're free, clear their calendar. I want to create a sense of urgency. I want, of course, absolutely be excited. And then I'm going to take it away. Let me give you some real quick scripts here. well, those are the 4 things. Let's go through this slide here. Protect people from themselves. One thing we don't want to do, or what we want to do, is make sure that we avoid, I've heard it all before, never say these words when you're calling or talking to people. Network marketing, business opportunity, my upline, downline, sign up, you'd be great at this, multi-level. Use words that they understand. Even when you edify people, business partner, mentor, top teacher and trainer. They don't understand all the levels. Oh, he's a diamond kumbaya, or platinum, whatever. I mean, they don't understand all that stuff. He's one of the top guys in the company. She's just leading the charge, helping thousands of people in Chicago. Things like that. Things that they can relate to. Okay? They might not know all the industry terms. All right, so keep it real for them. Okay? Inviting tips. Don't cherry pick. Have a strong list. This is one of the biggest things. See, my posture changes when I have a big list. See, what happens if you only have 20 people on a list, and that's all you've built, is that when you start to call, and maybe the first 5 or the first 10 don't get it, and maybe they just want to be consumers, or they don't want to be in the business, you can get a little discouraged. But man, when you've got a list that's strong, and it's like 100 names, 200, 500 names, you're just trying to get through that list. I mean, you want to get through it. You don't care if someone said, no, okay, next person, you're going through the list. All right? And so your posture changes when you have a big, strong list. Okay? I stand up when I make my prospecting calls, because here's what happens. My voice actually is a little louder. I actually speak a little faster. I mean, even right now, there is a difference between doing a presentation standing up and doing a presentation sitting down. I mean, it's funny. Even if we're doing 3-way calls, I mean, you got to elevate yourself. Okay. So when you're making calls, I personally love to stand up. I don't make prospecting calls. Prospecting calls driving. I personally don't ever do that. Because here's the thing: when I'm making prospecting calls, I might only get one shot. And if there's all the whirling going on, and maybe a kid's coming in the background, and disconnect them, my whole image is about as a professional network. It really is. And so I don't make prospecting calls while I'm driving. Now, 3-way calls and things like that, some of those you just can't help it. Okay. Now, for some of you that have jobs where you have to sneak away and get into your car and stuff like that, hey, do that. But just know that you have to raise your voice a little bit, because we have a lot of people that do that. I mean, and that's great. See, while some people are at their jobs from noon to 1 and they're eating lunch, I've got some people on my team that are out making prospecting calls. They're building their futures, okay? And that's okay. Run out to your cars. I got this nurse out on the East Coast, man. That's how she does every day, Monday through Friday, for an hour. She's making prospecting calls because she's coachable. I said, Trish, that's all you have to do for many months in your building. Man, her group has just exploded. That's what she does. They're 12 to 1. She doesn't sit around the water cooler chatting with her girlfriends. She's going to build her business, right? So don't call people with the idea that you need them. They can tell it in your voice if you're trying to, beg them into the business. Okay? Your posture should be somewhat like, I need them, but I really don't need them. See, because we're blessed with people. I mean, I'm showing you an opportunity where you have an opportunity to really go out and change your life forever. I mean, we're talking about catching an incredible company. Right now, at the very beginning, before we put millions of people in this company. And so that's my posture. Oh, you don't get it? Well, I'm moving on. I don't have time right now, especially right now. Because we got all these people that are wanting to work and go and see this thing and take advantage of it. And so don't have that posture where you need them. No. If you got a big list, you're going to go through that list and talk to a lot of people. Okay? Go fast, don't fish with a fishing pole, cast a net. As many people on that list as you possibly can. We're going to go through it as fast as we can. Speak a little louder and a little faster than you normally do. See, because that is absolutely contagious. People can tell if something's different with you. If you're calling, listen, Mark, I only got a quick minute. It's exactly what I did with Mark, actually. When I brought him into he lives up here, I live in Kansas City. Mark, listen, I only got a quick minute, but I want to share with you something big going on. I want you to Google this doctor. He Googled the doctor. I mean, he just went right through the system. Okay? He didn't even trace any product until he went to a PBR a couple weeks ago. He spent $1,000 to get in business. Why? Because he caught the enthusiasm. He goes, man, if Jimmy's doing it, I'm in. Right? I know Michael, Southwood, Michael Freed, they do the same thing. They put people up. They've been doing some meetings. They didn't have any product. and putting people in. Because they're enthused, they're excited. All right?